Hi, Mr. Flores. Good afternoon. Um, Question lang po.
Yes.
Sino po sa tingin nyo ang dapat nating ihalal o botohin nitong May 12? Ito pong Monday na, di ba, pong election?
Yes. Thank you sa mga tanong ninyo. Ako naman, ang opinion ko, sana iboto natin sa Philippines. Hopefully, we should vote for senators who are honest, who are fiscalizers or critics of abuses and mistakes of people in power, people who are sincere and hardworking. The reason I say that, kasi sa Pilipinas nakaraan, the first time tayo nagkaroon ng election, 1907, First Philippine Assembly, up to now, 120 years already, almost 120 plus years na. Our economy, our politics, deteriorating, not getting better. So ako I'm always partial to people who are courageous. Yung matatapang na hindi puro yes men, yes women. So ako, I ideally would hope that we could elect, personal opinion ko, I hope we in the Philippines elect at least half with the opposition, half with the administration. What do I mean? At least kalahati kontra sa gobyerno, kalahati nasa gobyerno. I think that would be ideal. The worst is to have a Senate and Congress all yes men, all nag-yes, yes sir, yes ma'am lang. You will ask sino ang mga names na okay and my opinions of each person. I will name some names I will comment some names na for you to study and consider. Saan mo gusto, sa nagtanong kanina, saan mo gusto mag-umpisa? Gusto mo mag-umpisa ako? Do you want me to start with the Alyansa or government senatorial candidates? Or do you want me to start commenting on those who I like in the Duterte list or PDP Laban list, or with the Makabayan senatorial slate? Or which do you wish me to comment first? Kasi in every slate, in every block, I have several names that I admire. Who do you want me to comment on first? Which block? Which
Siguro, sir, yung una nyo pong nasabi.
which
yung,
one?
Yung sa senatorial po.
Which one? Which group?
Yung sa
Group ni
Alyansa
Duterte,
po.
group ni
Yung sa Alyansa
Bongbong.
po, sir.
Yes. Alyansa is the group allied with President Bongbong Marcos. The names that I like in that list, number one is former Senator Panfilo Lacson. Si Ping Lacson is the only senator that I know throughout modern history of Philippines na always saying no to pork barrel, because his idea of legislation or of a legislator, you make laws, you don't make roads, you don't make buildings. So pork barrel, he said, Senator Ping Lacson told me, pork barrel is always a source of controversy and terrible graft and corruption. And Ping Lacson is one leader with strong political will and independent-minded. Even though he is allied with President Bongbong Marcos, I trust that he will say no or be a critic when the policies are already wrong. So Ping Lacson, number one in my list in the Alyansa. Another person I admire in the Alyansa ticket, former Senate President Tito Soto, who was introduced to me by his niece, Sharon Cuneta Pangilinan. Akala ko noon, I thought Tito Soto was just a comedian, was just a clown and actor. Surprisingly, he is very smart, hardworking, honest, down-to-earth leader. Another leader that I admire and very good leader, Makati Mayor Abigail Binay. she would make a good senator, I think. She is smart, young, and also a woman. So there should be more women in the Philippine Congress, especially Philippine Senate. Another person who I think is very good, former Metro Manila Development Authority boss, Ben-Hur Abalos. He is very smart. Unfortunately, he is very quiet, low-key. People don't notice him. He is not as popular as the others. Ben-Hur Abalos is one smart leader. Pia Cayetano, the senator, is very good. She is a good woman. She is pro-ecology, environment, pro-women, pro-family, and pro-health. Senator Pia Cayetano. And I believe she will be independent-minded. She will not be blindly obedient to government when the government policies are wrong. So these are the people in the Alianza ticket that I like. I also know Senator Bong Revilla. A lot of people don't like him because they think he is not intelligent. They think he is just an actor who dances. But not many people know his track record is impressive as a legislator. I think he is one actor who knows how to utilize his staff. So he has a good track record, plus a very smart wife, Lani Mercado. You'd like to ask me about the opposition ticket, the Duterte 10 people of Duterte camp of PDP Laban. The people I like in that list, number one is Senator Bongo. He is actually one of my favorite politicians. He is very quiet, very sensible, humble, and well known as Mr. Malasakit. I know of many people who have relatives and friends who got terribly sick, high medical costs, could not afford hospital bills. They went to his Malasakit centers and they really got assistance. I think Bongo is one very hardworking, sensible, honest, and outstanding leader. One of the top leaders in my list. Also, Attorney Raul Lambino. I was surprised to realize he is very smart because before he is very low-key. Attorney Raul Lambino is an intellectual, former professor, top-notcher, lawyer, cum laude, a good leader. We should vote him. His son is Vice Governor of Pangasinan, Mark Lambino. Another very outstanding and surprise to me during this election is Congressman Rodante Marcoleta. He went to Kamuning Bakery Cafe to speak at Pandesal Forum. I discovered he is one of the smartest, one of the wisest politicians in the Philippines. He knows a lot. He is very courageous, very sensible, and independent-minded. I will vote surely Rodante Marcoleta. Another person who is very strong character, leader, and courageous, Attorney Vic Rodriguez. He should be a senator. To balance Philippine politics, there should be fiscalizers and critics. He is a good lawyer, former chief of staff, executive secretary of Bongbong Marcos. Many people do not know another person that I like in the Duterte list, Attorney Jimmy Bondoc. He is maybe one of the youngest senatorial candidates in the Philippines. People know Jimmy Bondoc only as a singer, a good singer, entertainer. But not many people know he is also a lawyer. He also is a former government official and very energetic and idealistic. Attorney Jimmy Bondoc is a good person. Another top in my list is Senator Ronald or Bato de la Rosa. He was a guest at Kamuning Bakery Cafe Pandesal Forum when he was still chief of the Philippine National Police. Bato de la Rosa should become senator again. He is anti-crime, he is humble, he is provinciano from Mindanao, a good leader we need in the Senate. Also, of course, one of the highest in my list is Senator Amy Marcos. Why I would consider Amy top 3 in my list? Senator Amy Marcos by herself is better than all better than 10 or 5 opposition senators. I have not seen any senator or congressman as courageous, as fearless, and intellectually brilliant and hardworking as Senator Amy Marcos. If you have Senator Amy Marcos alone in the Senate, that is enough check and balance for Philippine politics. So I will encourage everyone to put Senator Amy Marcos top 3 in any list. Also, of course, I have friends in the Liberal Party. Si Bam Aquino is, I think, one of the smartest members of the Aquino family, even though Liberal Party is no longer popular. He is a smart young leader. And also Kiko Pangilinan, also very intelligent, knows a lot about agriculture, would make a good ideal senator also, Senator Kiko Pangilinan. Also a guest and customer of Kamuning Bakery Cafe. Not many people know him. He is Ben Tulfo, the only journalist now, he told me, among the Tulfo brothers. He is very interesting and frank, straightforward, brave leader. He is one leader who will defend the oppressed. And he told me one of his advocacies is to help micro and small and medium businesses. Ben Tulfo. In the Makabayan list, I forgot additional people that former President Duterte endorsed also, not in the Duterte list. Former Senator Gringo Honasan. I think of all the senatorial candidates running in the Philippines today, Gringo Honasan has proven to be one of the most courageous of all the politicians and very humble and hardworking. Former DICT Secretary also of Duterte. Another courageous former military man, Colonel Ariel Kerubin. Unfortunately, he is not ranking very high in the polls, but Colonel Ariel Kerubin is a true hero, a courageous leader. In the Makabayan, I want to tell everyone that we should keep an open mind. I personally believe people who are leftists, socialists, people in the left of the political spectrum, like the Makabayan coalition senatorial candidates, I would consider them ideal candidates for the Philippine Senate to balance Philippine politics. Why do I say so? Philippine politics for the past 100 years, more than 100 years, our politicians mostly right-wing, on the right side of politics, mostly pro-landlord, pro-political dynasties and big businesses. The Makabayan black people are pro-worker, labor union, pro-farmer. They are good critics of social problems of the Philippines. I may not agree with all their ideas, but I admire their idealism and courage. Who do I admire among the Makabayan black candidates? Aside from Bayan Muna, the party list, the Makabayan black people who are running for senator, there is of course Arlene Brosas. Congresswoman Arlene Brosas of Gabriela Party List is pro-women, pro-divorce, pro-human rights, and pro-poor. Let us give a chance and vote for Arlene Brosas. Also, Teddy Casino. Teddy Casino Teddy Casino is a good leader, idealistic. He was a youth leader, now politician, former congressman. I want to vote people like him. Lisa Masa used to be the head of the Urban Poor Commission of the Philippines. She is a good nationalist leader. Lisa Masa, we should consider to vote for senator. Also, amazingly, one of the most colorful senatorial candidates in the Philippines today, 2025, is a fisherman. I think the name of his group is Malakaya Fisherman's Group. His name is Ronel Arambulo. I think even COMELEC Chairman George Garcia publicly said he admires this fisherman. Si Ronel Arambulo is a true nationalist, pro-poor, pro-fisherman, pro-farmer, and very wise person and very eloquent speaker. I think for the first time in Philippine history, we should elect or give a chance to a fisherman. Another leader of the Makabayan, Jerome Adonis. And also Congressman Franz Castro. Franz Castro of the Public School Teachers Act teachers, and Jerome Adonis. Of course, in the leftist coalition, there are two unique labor leaders who deserve to be senator. One of the top 5 in my list of senators, Attorney Luke Espiritu, a very idealistic lawyer who went to the best schools in the Philippines, Ateneo and other schools, worked for a short time in a Makati law firm, but decided to sacrifice a high-paying lawyer job and volunteered to be labor union defender, Attorney Luke Espiritu. Also, his running mate in the Senate, Leody de Guzman, also a labor union leader. I hope we consider all these names for Senate. Sorry, all the other names I did not mention, many of them are unknown or unqualified. Unqualified intellectually, unqualified morally to be leader of the Philippines. Some of these names that I mentioned, I will vote for on June 12, 2025. I personally believe if we want to change the future of the Philippines, the only way is to change our leaders. We cannot keep on voting traditional leaders from traditional political parties, traditional leaders from political dynasties, over and over again. Sira-ulo lang ang mga tao nag-iisip, paulit-ulit pareho ang binoboto natin, tapos nag-expect tayo milagro, pagising natin bukas, maganda na ang kinabukasan ng Pilipinas, maganda na ang ekonomiya, pantay-pantay na ang mahirap ang mayaman sa Pilipinas, may hustisya na. Hindi mangyayari yon kung hindi natin baguhin ang mga binoboto natin. Dapat kunin natin ang ayuda, pangbili ng boto nila, mga suhol nila, pero iboto natin ibang mga pangalan. I suggest we change the way we vote. We vote for new leaders, for a new and truly better Philippines. This is Wilson Lee Flores, here at 86-year-old Kamuning Bakery Cafe in Barangay Kamuning, Quezon City. Do you have one or two more questions? Lani and John Ray and Clarissa and Grace and Rose, all of you here watching. What? Can you give me one or two more questions? about the election on May 12. Any questions? In English or Tagalog?
Saan ka pala boboto, sir?
I will vote in the District 1 of Quezon City in Grace Christian College campus in Grace Village, Quezon City. Because I used to live there, I still now go all the way there to vote. Next election, thank you, Clarissa, for that question. Next election, I will try to go to Comelec, change my registration and transfer here near Kamuning Bakery so I could just walk to the voting precinct next time. That is where I will vote. I encourage everyone, May 12, try to get up early and go out and vote early so you could rest. And let us not be discouraged by the horrible corruption of Philippine politics, by all the cynical news that we read. Let us always be optimistic that we can still change the Philippines and improve the country by voting sensibly, wisely, honestly. Any other question about the election? Anything
We have
else?
no time na, sir.
Ano pang gusto mo tanongin? One more question.
If ever magkaroon ng dayaan,
Yes.
anong magpapaniwala sa yung nagkaroon nga ng dayaan?
There will be, I think, magic or possible cheating if you see the election results as abnormal. Example, there are already names that are popular, then suddenly all of them are gone. I think that is one sign there might be allegedly magic or something. The problem is, here at Kamuning Bakery Cafe, Quezon City, there were two groups of experts and professors from, one group is from CENPEG, Center for People Empowerment in Governance. CENPEG, mga University of the Philippines professors and experts, plus a second group led by former DICT Secretary Rio, and also former COMELEC commissioner and others. They all complained that our system of elections in the Philippines could still be improved. They want hybrid. What do you mean by hybrid? Half totally computerized, half manual counting, so people could see the counting physically, publicly. I think that is one good way in the future. I read and I heard in Germany, they do mixed voting, computerized and manual. But I think in general, hopefully, the election of May 12, hopefully, will be free of violence, will be free of cheating, hopefully. But I know, I heard many news, the tragedy of our election this 2025, too much vote buying. Vote buying using Ayuda, vote buying using GCash, or what's the other one? GCash and Paymaya and whatever. I hope we uphold true democracy and not democracy. Thank you very much.